Hey kids, what's good, Visioneers? I'm just I was trying really hard to eat a couple bites of bacon during the countdown, and I did not chew and swallow fast enough. So, anyways, we got Red Squirrel in the house. Oi oi pops. He looked angry in the thumbnail. Hey, Tin Top, Fin Bear, Sweaty, driving and tuning in. Thank you, Sweaty. Dude, Sweaty, that last mashup that you did on YouTube was epic. It was awesome. I was sharing that all over the place. Trendsetters, I'm telling you guys, what's up? What is good in your lives today? I woke up, did a little bit of yoga to stretch my back out. Took some garlic to try and kick all this cough and sniffles going around here. Whew, that garlic's pretty strong. I took it with some maple syrup to try to get it down, and it's still way strong. We got Hexycat in the house. What's up, Hexycat? Good to see you, man. Good to see all you homies. I've got the link in the chat, as always. Click on that, jump on, say hi, chill, kick it with me, talk about whatever you want to talk about, whatever I want to talk about. It's crypto. There's everything's going on right now and nothing's going on right now. Jay, everything. What's good? 100%. Thank you. I also dropped this in my Twitter group DMs that I added Red Squirrel to last night. So Red Squirrel's in that group too. So yeah, raw fresh garlic is yummy. It is. It's just so strong. And the thing about garlic and a few other foods, but garlic especially, is it doesn't just come out of your breath. Like it literally, if you eat enough garlic, like it just comes out of your skin. Like it just you become like a garlic sensei. Hexacat, not much, man. Working on about to go on a walk. Garlic is the bomb. That's good to hear. I'm getting a lot of validation here. Bang bang, vets in crypto. Hi from Maui. Maui, dude, that is the place to be right now. I keep Maui and parts of Hawaii on my app, on my weather app. So when it shows me the weather, like here, it shows me the weather in a couple other places. I'm in Texas and one's in Hawaii. And Hawaii's just it looks like nobody updated the weather because it's like 80 something during the day, 60, 70 at night. Like it looks like nobody's up. It's not refreshing. And it makes me it makes me really, really jealous. Jay Everything says helps against parasites. Slice a clove in half and swallow before bedtime. You know what? I actually just got the you can buy the minced garlic in the store, and it's got I think it's just mostly oil that it's like infused in, and I'll have to see if they cook that because I know raw is probably going to be a lot better. But yeah, they have garlic ice cream at those garlic festivals. I've never been to a garlic festival. That sounds kind of. I gotta tell you, when one of my foods that I cannot get enough is garlic bread. And of course, bread is just glue that you swallow. It's not good for you at all. Like most bread, I'm sure there's a sourdough bread and stuff with a million like grains and seeds in it that is healthy, but mostly white bread, especially just white French bread from the store with the garlic and cheese on top. Oh my gosh, that's my kryptonite. Completion Fells in the house. What's up, family? Great to see everyone. Man, it's great to see you too. Hexycat, Vets in Crypto, so jealous. Effing 42 degrees in New Jersey today. Man, yeah. I mean, the sun's out and we might hit high 40s today. And it's not good. It's not good to go outside. That's why I've been doing the yoga inside the house. Usually I go for a walk and try to get some blood pumping, get some movement, and it's just so damn cold outside. Your nose feels like it's gonna pop off. Do you know that you're supposed to chop garlic and let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes before consuming? No, I've never heard that before either. What's the purpose behind that? I wonder. We have wild garlic growing all around here. Makes a wonderful garlic salt. Yeah, I bet it does. Chunky Monkey, Michael Light. I'm guessing that Chunky Monkey is his kryptonite, and they always want to eat it right when you go to bed, like right when you're watching TV, chilling out for the day. You're done with what you're gonna do. That's when it hits you. It's like, I think I need to eat some refined carbohydrates, some sugar, some flour, some ice cream. Hexycat, need pulse change salon so we can move to Florida. Ha, yeah, yes, no, that's true. A lot of people are waiting for this next wave to make real life-changing moves. He says, chop it up fresh. Don't buy the pre-chopped. You're missing out on all the benefits. Okay, that's good to know. I do know that a lot of the benefits from onions and garlic are the phosphoric acid and the sulfuric acid that give them that pungent odor. And I know that that helps a lot with, parasites and bacteria and, the junk. Oh my gosh. Look at this. David Lee. Hey, fam. Hey, David Lee. Man, it's so good to see you here. So good to see you. Cliff Notes. Crypto Cliff Notes says most optimal after 15 minutes as there is a chemical reaction. So you're saying when you chop it, it starts a chemical reaction, and after 15 minutes, it brings something to light. That's really interesting. Did you see the GitLab repo was entirely updated 2 days ago? Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of updates on Twitter on the GitLab, but I can't tell the difference between stuff that's just like closed out because it's older and stuff that's actually a new development. Because I don't understand GitLab enough to understand that. It says the channel islands will do for me. The Channel Islands, man, I don't know about the Channel Islands. I'm gonna pull that up right now. Channel Islands. Take a look at these. Where are those located? Channel Islands, Guernsey and Jersey. National Park Service, Governor. Oh, so the Channel Islands are in America. It looks like national park information. Let me just pull up images really quick here. Oh, wow. That's really interesting. So the Channel Islands are off the coast of California. How come I've never heard about these Channel Islands before? I've heard a lot about obviously Ensenada because that's where all the cruise ships stop. And wow, you got whales, lobsters. This is crazy. All right, let me check the chat. Make sure we don't have any gray faces in here. We need a wrench army. Sweaty, are you insane? Sweaty, you don't have a wrench yet, but I'll tell you what you do now. Just reach down inside your pocket. You'll feel that giant steel tool that's made for banning all of the dating websites and spam out of here. I really need, guys, I'm telling you, I have not had anyone click on the link to join me here or in my DMs and Twitter. And really, honestly, what I need is I need someone to start carrying the conversation so I can take another bite of this bacon. And then they can like carry the conversation, talk about all the crazy stuff that's going on. Dude, last night we had a killer stream with Nate Stakes. Let's see if I can copy it and put it here in the comments. Yeah, Nate Stakes did an awesome stream last night where he went over the Twitter Spaces with Richard, and then I jumped on a little bit after that. And we hung out later in the night. Vets in Crypto, enjoy the rest of paradise. It says, okay, so some more information on Channel Islands. It's between England and France. Well, it says the national. So there's actually, it looks like there's Channel Islands off of California, and then it looks like there's also those Channel Islands between England and France. How to visit and camp on the Channel Islands. Huh. I'm guessing this is a summer destination. If it's up that high, I don't know. Not the islands I was thinking, but I'll check those out. Yeah. Call Richard. I should just call Richard up and be like, yo, Richard, let's stream. Let's do this. Here's the YouTube link for Nate's stream that last night. That was a ton of fun. He's been rocking. Yeah, he's been on a roll. I'm not sure if you're referring to Richard or Nate, but they've both been on a roll. SBF probably has some free time, says Sexy Cat. Yeah, reach out to that. Oh my gosh. I watched so many videos of him where he just I don't know, he spazzes out and just disappears while people are talking to him. It's like that's someone I trust with, billions of dollars. Or actually that might be the person you trust with billions of dollars because you know that they're easily manipulated and you can handle them. Vets in Crypto says, thanks, completion fails. Summer destination. No, I have northern blood, LOL. I don't know about that northern blood. You guys are crazy. Crazy. I watched those like Viking shows and all. What was the other one that was I thought really captivating? Oh shoot. Let me think. It's got like 3 or 4 episodes. It's on Netflix and it's got a horrible, horrible theme song in the first season. Just grinds at my gears. What is the name of it? Britannia. It's Britannia. I watched Britannia where they're like, hiking through the forest and through the snow, and I'm like, no thanks. That's that looks like you're like just a half an hour from dying of exposure. Oh man. Dude, Torrens in the house, Hexray, explosion emoji, loving it. So I mean, what are you guys thinking about? I mean, we had those 2 hiccups with Poly and Acosta last week, but we seem to be doing okay. Everyone's waiting to see if Bitcoin's going to fall from 15, 16K down to the expected 11, right? Let me see this real quick. Let me actually pull this up. Let me pull up a Bitcoin chart and see where we're going, because it's been really nice with us holding on to 3 cents during this last drop. But I mean, Bitcoin chart. But eventually the gravity, it's like a solar system, right? Like we're going to get pulled into the gravity of Bitcoin for the time being. And even Ethereum, we're pulled into the gravity of Ethereum, obviously. But eventually our rocket boosters will like shoot off strong enough for us to get out of their orbit and get out of their gravitational pull. That's what I'm really hoping for. Let's turn this to log. Let's turn it to candles. Let's turn it to like all. There we go. And let's see if it'll let me actually make it big screen. I got a big screen here? No, not really. It kind of sucks. Let's see here, share chart. I know what I can do. I can just go Control Plus like this on the screen, make it crazy big. Like that. That's what I want to do. I'm just going to do that. Just hack the system, baby. Because I know crypto. It's really, really, it would be cool if I, had. Now it's not letting me zoom out. Let me zoom out just a little bit and I'll share the screen with you homies. I don't know. I gotta be like, I gotta try to, and this is on logarithmic, I believe, right? Christmas. Coin, Ethereum. All right. Yeah, it's on log. So check this out, boys and girls. Present, share screen, share window, Chrome tab. There we go. Share that one. So check this out, homies. This is Bitcoin right here. This is the life of Bitcoin. It's almost 13 years old. And, it's really cool that it survived 13 years. You got to give it props for making it out of the womb and, starting to walk and stumble across the floor as a new baby technology. It really is a world-changing technology. Let me check real quick, see if I have to. I gotta unfreeze the camera real quick. All right, let me change cameras and so you can see my beautiful face instead of this very intense stare that I got going on here. Boom, boom. There we go. That's better. All right. So yeah, as you can see the spot on here where you have the Bitcoin halvenings and the spike and the crash, and the Bitcoin halvening and the spike and the crash. And they're around 2019, where you got the 5 green candles in a row. That was a giant scam running around China, I believe, the Plus token, where they only accepted Bitcoin. So an insane amount of people went and bought Bitcoin to give to the scam that was, promising insane gains and with counterparty risk, and they all got rugged. So if you take that anomaly out of there, then you're going to have a very similar trough to what you saw from the $1,000 spike down to $100, and then back up to the 20K spike in 2017, right? Hex 647, I minted Poly, but not really understand what's happening with it now. I don't know if they've changed Poly so that it does what they were trying to do with it yet, but I do know that the original Poly that was minted was somehow kind of stuck and unable to do what they wanted to do in the auctions with it. And so they ended up flipping it into a maxi stake. I don't know if I think maybe they might have switched it for maxi, so now it's in maxi, locked in maxi, or they started a brand new maxi 15-year stake. I'm not sure, but someone in chat can answer that for sure. David Lee, warm Gulf Coast shore, please. We'll only have a garage and RV hookups, dude. You're speaking my language, dude. Just a giant garage, and then RV hookups, and you're there just in and out like a snowbird. -20 Celsius is not uncommon in winter here and in the south. Yes, Red Squirrel, you live in a deep freezer. That is insane. -20 Celsius. I don't even. Somebody, one of the people in chat here, if you can tell me what -20 Celsius is, like, Chris, there he goes. At -40, it equals -40 Celsius, says Hexicat. Jeez Louise, that's insane. That's pretty cold. That's pretty cold. Like, I was in -60-degree weather with 60-mile-an-hour winds on my face, and that was the moment that I realized I'd made horrible choices in life and that I needed to change. That was like my rock bottom. My rock bottom was a frozen rock, dude. Holy cow. Really, that's -4. Well, that's actually that's cold. That's very cold. It could be cool if you rap. It would be cool if you rap. Thanks, Finn Bear. I'll get a beat going in just a second when my nootropics kick in. Red Squirrel, I'm sure Finn can beat that though. Yeah, how cold does it get there, Finn Bear? Tell us your lows, your crazy lows. I sent RH Maxi and Corey Costa invite. Hey, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm a big fan of both those homies. Big fan. It was really cool to meet RH Maxi in Vegas. It's a cool dude. Cool dude. David Lee, love the garage and the hookups. Yes. Hexagon Chief New Zealand. What's up, my brother from a permaculture mother? How are you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. I usually see you all the time going into Davin's Taco Tuesdays and Hex Foodies chat. And yeah, that's a really cool tribe that you guys got going on over there. Cool group of Hexicans. Shout out from Hexicat to Chief. Red Squirrel, what's up, Chief? Torn, what's up, Chief? Dude, Polly's just a big Hedron stake now. That's the short of it. The cliff notes from Squirrel. Dude, 8-Bit Hex, what is up? Good to see you, man. I was sharing that video of you and let me Uh, I can never remember her name off the top of my head, but hit me up with it. Your lovely lady friend, explaining how you guys got into crypto and doing like that was so approachable and um, such a good it had a really good vibe to it that I think a lot of people that are new to crypto or didn't know what was going on could really kind of sit and listen to the two of you guys talk. So shout out for that one. That was one of my favorites for sure. Red Squirrel, it's basically Cuatro Cinco Hedron stake for now. Oh, okay, cool. Hexicans flexing. Good to see us. Yeah, and Hexican Chiefs just sending the love back. Oh, holla, you Hexicans, dude. Aaron Cuatro Cinco's in the house. Good to see you, Aaron. Benny Blanco, good to see you. Our frost record is negative 59 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's what it was. So I was up in the North Dakota in the Bakken, where you could literally see like northern lights some nights, and oof. It just it's not just cold. There's cold and there's humidity to it, so it cuts you to the bone. Like your bones start feeling the cold. It almost like changes you forever. It becomes part of your DNA. Ugh. Dude, Aaron giving some love back. Hexicat, I shoveled horse poop in Minnesota when it was negative 40. What? What were you doing shoveling horse poop in Minnesota ever? And then what were the circumstances that made it that damn cold? I'm sick of the cold and grew up in the Northeast U.S. South is calling. Dude, when I went down to Texas, granted, I went down after October, so it wasn't like hot as hell. But, it was just so nice. It was so nice. Benny Blanco, Ice Turds, nice. Yeah, Jory Hex. Thank you very much, Abit. Jory Hex. I can see the letters, and I never know what order to put them in. A little mild dyslexia going on there. So, yeah, you and Jory, great video. Thank you so much for sharing that. The stakes they won from the auction are locked in the contract. Okay. They can mint Hedron from it and add to the stake, though. Only way out is to sell poly. That's a delayed effect, but it's scarcity, it's locking up, it's closing the loop, as I talk about a lot. Closing the loop on crypto and getting a community can do wonders for your finances if you find those two things. Who's all going to the San Diego meetup? I know A-Bit Hex is. Yeah, I'm really I'm hoping to pull that off. Hexray Chick's birthday, to Doxer, is that week, later that week. And so she's like, well, like, what am I going to do? And I'm like, well, you can come to the X party with me and then we can do something for your birthday. But I don't know. I'm going to have to do some scheduling there. And then I'm hanging out with Casey, my homie, my brother Casey in LA the following weekend. So that's going to be really cool. That sounds like crap, LOL. Good one, Aaron. Good one. I definitely approve of that. I'm not a fan of cold weather. Thanks. Nice. That'd be a nice present in 15 years. Yeah. Y'all, RH owned the plebs on Twitter once again. Yeah. It's undeniable the genius that RH has when it comes to crypto. Completely undeniable. I was in a student exchange program. My dad was a tech dude with a farm in Minnesota. We had all kinds of animals to take care of. Had a big impact on me 15 years ago. I'm picturing like younger, because he's like you're very young, Abit, but young Abit, like shoveling poop in Minnesota, and then like just cussing with his accent, learning English cuss words. That just makes my heart warm thinking about it. All right, not yet. 3 years in Hex already. He has stories like a sailor. The King's Return landed Cali. I will be there for the out party. Oh man, that's great. Francis Powell, good to see you, man. Good to see you. How's it going? Put the chart in log. This is in log up at the top, I believe. It says linear in log. So that's log, but you'd have to actually scroll. The screen doesn't let me scroll back to those lower ones, and if you scrolled, it would actually show the other spikes, the other cycles of the happening. I did see that Hexicat. So You can use animal dung as fuel to burn in Magnolia, LOL. On Mongolia, Magnolia. See, that's the dyslexia right there. Yeah, so you can use dung to burn as fuel in Mongolia. You can also there's a bunch of hippies. Hippies like to put trash and waste and manure and compost under a big tarp, or basically under a big bladder. And when the methane, and I mean, this is all this stuff is Finbear knows. When the methane and gas rise to the top, you can actually stick a nozzle on it and use it just like you use propane. Like you burn that methane just like propane, and actually use just off gas of your trash and decomposing material as that. And then, so I was watching this hippie do it on a YouTube, and in order to get more pressure down, like you turn up your valve in your propane, excuse me, they were just throwing more bricks on top of this bladder to give it more pressure. So Red Squirrel, I've compressed horseshit into bricks and used it as fuel, LOL. Now we're talking. We can't wait to see you all in San Diego. KSB TV, what's good? How you doing? There's just so much going on right now. I can tell just by looking. It's obviously not on log hex huddle. It's bugs. Switch it on and off. All right, I'll give it a switch on and off, but I'm telling you, I think if I do that, I'm going to end up freezing again. But, so here's linear log. Okay. Yeah, I was wrong. Let me take this moment to humble myself. And hex hodl, I'm not worthy. You were right. You were so right. I was just thinking, that I knew how to use a computer, and I was wrong again. So yeah, here you go. This is sweet, and it didn't freeze me, so that's awesome. Now logs on. When Moon, sir. I'll tell you when Moon. Big Fudge. Big Fudge. That's a fun name. I like your profile pic too. That's sick. That's very sick. I'm really into space art lately. If you guys are listening there, I got a little space art crush going on right now. It's a little hint. But I like that one, Moon, sir. Next wave. As soon as we have for us, we could moon before the rest of crypto, just by the launch of Pulse Chain and getting out from under some fees and seeing some stuff actually have the ability to run the way it wants to run on a good layer one. And hopefully, we'll have very little chance of Pulse Chain clogging at the beginning or getting too congested, because it's just going to be mostly our army on there first, and then everyone else finding they have money. So it should run really smooth and cheap. It should be cheap for a long time, and hopefully we can run it fast and smooth. So when Moon, sir, I would predict that when Pulse Chain launches, we can moon, and if not that, then on the next wave, because we got the wave coming up. Eventually, the government that is intentionally incompetent is going to switch. They're going to quit raising the interest rate and killing the economy, and then they're going to, boom, bring in the paddles. And what's that called? When you have the defibrillators. So they'll kill the economy, and then boom, they hit the defibrillators and wake it back up with money printing. Just throwing all that money out there. And then you'll have the Bitcoin halving, and everyone will say, Bitcoin is scarce and amazing again, and the pendulum will swing. And, the pieces of garbage, complete pieces of garbage, human garbage that recycle the stable coins on their exchanges and wash trade, and then, fake their sovereignty and fake their stacks, will buy Bitcoin, and then they'll use it as collateral. They'll print their, stable coin. They'll buy Bitcoin, use it as collateral, print their stable coin, buy Bitcoin. So they're just going to recite everything that everyone was like freaking out about Richard Hart during the adoption amplifier is what these guys actually were doing to hit 20K, to hit 69K. It's this huge crazy bubble. The good news is that if you know that it's coming, you can set aside a part of your stack. I recommend at least 10% of your stack, and you can take profits all the way up the next crazy wave. Because if you're not taking profits, it doesn't stall, it doesn't tabletop. I mean, as you can see, this stuff right here, you had, one good month maybe here in 2018 to take profits, maybe 6 weeks right there. And then you had 4 or 6 weeks at 69K twice. You could have, that was your chance to like sell the top, which, technically one person did sell the top, but that's probably the only person that could have sold the top. Okay, I'm not going to go there, but that's how it works. That's when Moon, Mr. Big Fudge, Big Fudge. Oh my gosh, ew! I hate recycling. Oh, it's crazy. Okay, so not the full chart anyway. That's correct. This one only goes back to 15, 14. See, and this is the insane thing. That's when I got into Bitcoin a little bit. All right. Well, actually, right around here when it was crashing down at the end of 14 from 1K down to like 150, $200. That's when I took a deep dive into it and started obsessing about it, and found out that it was going to save us from the banks and government, which it hasn't done, or at least we believe it would. Yeah, that's true. The full BTC chart is BLX. Let's see if we can go to BLX here. Let me see what I'm actually sharing here on my screen. Okay, good. It's just it's just trying not to dox myself crazy. So did you say BLX or BTX chart? Let me check that again. BLX. So let's look up the BLX chart. BLX chart. Boom. All right. Let's see if we can find a better one than Bitcoin Liquid Index. Trading View. I might be able to pull this up without 4 trillion pop-up ads asking me to upgrade to Trading View. There's our log. We're going to go to, where's the time frame on here? News, ideas. There it is, all. So this is all right here. It's kind of interesting. It's not that sexy when you look at where all of the gain, like percentage wise, or how that's kind of looking right there. I mean, So we've heard Richard Hart say over and over and over again that the best time to buy Hex was in the beginning when it was really hard to get, and Satoshi owned almost all of it. And you can see that by the chart right here. I mean, look at that. Between 2011 and 2014, those are the Mount Gox days right there. So hopefully you didn't leave it on Mount Gox. Those were the first people to learn not your keys, not your coins. And it's been 7 or 8 years lesson. That is so painful. But yeah, look at it petering out right there. Now let's take a look at Ethereum, because I liked what Richard Hart has been saying about Ethereum flipping Bitcoin in the next run. So let's go here and let's trade this overview. Where do I do BLX chart? Let's look at the. Oh well, this is just like the full screen one that I actually wanted on the other one where you can move it around. Let's go back here. Let's go to the ETH chart, advanced chart, search, ETH baby, ETH. So we're looking at ETH right here. Hopefully this is the entire chart. Nope, definitely not the entire chart of ETH. If you guys know where I can find the entire chart of ETH, let me know. That would be great. Switch this to log. And then go to, let me see if I can find a longer, here's all. There we go, boom. Is this actually all of it? No, it's only going back to August. Doesn't even make any sense. What's this? This is the very beginning. You've made it your way through available data. We hope it was useful. It wasn't useful, homeboy. Free trial. No, we don't want free trial. Don't click on these things because it makes 8 more pop up, just so you guys know. Oh, cool. And I'm not even frozen. But if you're looking at this thing has a lot more. Well, I wish we could go back all the way to the beginning of Ethereum, because Ethereum was popping off right about when I was diving into Bitcoin. And everyone was like, oh, Ethereum's amazing. Buy Ethereum. It's like 12, 13, 14, I don't know, 35 cents. And I was like, hold on, I've got to figure out Bitcoin first. But if I would have just bought Ethereum at that time, I would have been killing it. No, I would have sold it all. I would have sold it all, but I would have bought back in. I would definitely would have figured out the cycles and bought back in. But it seems like it's got a lot more room to run. And then again, I mean, think about it. I mean, as a layer 1, Bitcoin is, I don't know, it's kind of like a VCR. Like back in the day, a VCR was probably the coolest thing you could have had in your house when very few people had it when it was new, right? But then you have the DVD player, and now you have the internet with streaming services. And Ethereum is a lot more like the internet with streaming services with their smart contracts. So, I mean, would you rather have a VCR, very, very safe VCR in their words, or would you rather have the internet? Right? I mean, it's just kind of like, it's crazy. And then would you rather have dial-up internet, which is what Ethereum, let me be a little fair. Their actual merge to proof of stake is something that they've been working on forever, and they pulled it off. And I mean, Ethereum still sucks. It's still more like dial-up, or maybe like, I don't know. Let's call Ethereum DSL right now. You know, where it's like decent speed, but it's not really great for streaming, especially if everyone tries to stream at the same time in your neighborhood and you can't. Nothing works. I'm dying here, by the way. If anyone in stream would like to join us, let me see if this is the right one. Nope, that's the YouTube link. If anyone wants to join in here so I can take a bite of bacon and chew it and swallow politely while you're talking about this stuff, which, trust me, all of you guys are very, very intelligent and can handle a lot of this stuff. You guys are super, super smart. Let me copy this, put this in chat again. If anyone wants to join, jump in, and we'll talk back and forth while I get to eat some of this amazing bacon. Oh my gosh, dying. All right, so a lot of third world countries burn poo as fuel. Not good to breathe in, to be honest. Yeah, well, that's what the military right now, the U.S. military had all those burn barrels that they used for their waste. And surprise, surprise, people are horribly, horribly sick from breathing poop smoke. Who would have thought? But pull up Hex from December 2019 chart on log. Uniswap.vision. Yeah, okay. And then ticker Uniswap 1. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to that one. Let's do X dot Uniswap dot vision. This is the one that I was on forever because it would have a. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that site. Yeah, I don't care if my changes will be saved. Reload it. Maybe it's uniswap.hex.vision. Let me change that. Boom, there we go. Okay. And then you said go to V1, right? Uniswap V1. This one goes all the way back to the beginning right here. And then we got to put on the log. Oh, the log's already on. That's weird. Yep, there's the log. So here's V1s. And excuse me, it's fairly close to the V2. The V2 has a little bit better data because more people used it. excuse me, once V2 came out. But this gives you a really good idea, a really good picture of there's December. December 2019. Man, that was crazy. It was crazy writing that first crash down from everyone aping in on day one into the adoption amplifier. And then I remember this, I like to call it's almost like a curb, like a cement curb on a street. It went up and that was it. It never ever came back again. Really. And even this jump right here is fairly similar. The jump in December of 20 up to when it went up and smacked 2 cents right there. I mean, it did correct and consolidate and take a while to break that. But now that looks like a hell of a support right there is right around 2 cents. I mean, that wick went down and licked it. And congratulations to anyone that was buying that wick and then watching it pop right back up. That is some fun dip buying right there for sure. All right, so yeah, there's that one. That one looks like it's got a lot more juice than the Bitcoin chart for sure. Why we need to get the rest of the world up to speed with energy nuclear is the answer. You know what? I went down a deep dive down a rabbit hole, and yeah, nuclear energy is the only thing that makes sense, honestly, for what it takes to do it and what you get out of it. It's so much better than coal and fossil fuels. It's insanely more efficient. And everyone's like, well, it's not safe. Well, okay, well, maybe the way it's done right now, it's not safe, but you can always improve things. That's what we do as human beings. We like to evolve and improve things. Let's see here. Haxcat, true, but it was free at the time. Yeah, the poop was free at the time. Hey fam, what's up, Harmonic Hexcan? Good to see you in the house. MJ Money, good afternoon, everyone. Ew, I hate recycling. No, I covered that. Yeah. Hexray wants to visit Finn and can't handle a bit of frost. I can handle a bit of frost. I just I'd rather not. Although I would go through cold to hang out with Finn Bear. You've been hanging too close to Kool-Aid by the sound of it, or should I say sounds? All right, yeah, so we did that. Yeah, on TV, not here. Not TV, don't watch that. Oh, you guys are talking about Britannia. Yeah, Britannia was pretty good. There we go. There's no talk about the missing liquidity of Hex now. Funny that. You know what? Is there a bunch of missing liquidity right now? This is the way if I were invested in Hex and I saw a bunch of people selling on, because we saw that sell floor at 6 cents for a long time. Like for a long time, there was an insane support of buy orders right around 6 cents. And this being crypto, where everyone's a degenerate gambler trying to outdo each other, I was thinking there's going to be a lot of front running around 7 cents. So I believe for a long time there was no way where Hex was going below 7 cents until those orders disappeared and the liquidity disappeared. And basically it was like, mess around and find out, to put it mildly. It was like, okay, you guys want to dump? You guys want to push the price against yourselves? Have at it. Enjoy, go for it. Go, jump on a knife, jump on a grenade. Who cares? So it's really interesting how low the liquidity is. And I don't see a reason for the liquidity to get good until we bottom out this market. There's really no reason for the liquidity to come back. And even when it bottoms, it's not that if the liquidity is not restored, and if we're doing a lot of this on PulseX, excuse me, I'm hiccuping and burping just thinking about how excited it is. There's no reason, like let people push the price against themselves going up when they're aping in. Let us jump. Let's go back up to 50 cents, man. 50 cents, and then then start throwing some liquidity in there. That's what I would do personally. But then again, I am by no means a liquidity provider or A genius. Is bubble S curve peaking? Is a bubble S curve peaking? Limp D looks like it's about to roll over. All that stolen ETC Bitcoin to be dumped for sure. For sure. Bitstep chart is full ETH, also on Kraken. But look at the hex chart I gave from V1 December to now. Yeah, that's a thing. Thank you for sending that in there. Hexicast says just eat it, but I'm not a fast or polite eater. I need to go. I need to go to finishing school. That's really what on the next wave and the next bull. My next flex should probably be going to finishing school, learning how to chew with my mouth closed and not spill food on light colored shirts. But I appreciate your encouragement. Beta was better. Just click on my link. Oh, look at that. Well, yeah, let me see if I can click on that link. See if I can. Well, it's not let me copy and paste in here. Let me actually, if I go back to YouTube, I probably can. Here we go. Uniswap pulls. There we go. Here's V3. The second one. Ooh, look at that, dude. That is pretty. Let me switch screens to the link that I was just provided here. Back to StreamYard, quit sharing, remove. There we go. And then let me share this one right here. Window, Chrome tab. This one right here. Oh, no, not that one. This one right here. Yeah, check this out. This is the one he was talking about. So this right here is the total tokens locked versus US. So right now we're sitting at 2.25 million. Is that right? No, that's not right. Volume, ETH fees. Let me see. Should I click on the other link as well? Because there's actually two. So it says look at the liquidity. Let me look at this liquidity first. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so there's V2 and V3's liquidity. Yeah, you can definitely see it coming down here towards the end, right there. Excuse me. Let me unfreeze my sassy face for y'all. Boom. Yeah, look at that. Look at that liquidity right there. Look at the liquidity that jumped in right there around the time of that insane jump, that the curve, as I like to call it, and then the second curve right there. Wow, that's insane. All right, so you look at Hex liquidity. Yeah, I'll get that. Did I make it before the live ended? Hell yeah. Welcome, Firefighter 82. And then fracking is better than coal even. Yeah, I don't know, man. Fracking is pretty insane. The money and energy it takes going into the ground to get the oil out is it's interesting technology to get something that we couldn't get to earlier, but it is crazy energy intensive to do that fracking. Just all around. Did you join the Discord from the link I sent? Yes, I did. I did join the Discord. Like I said, the link that I was using had an emoji stuck to the end. Click on liquidity. Who, me? Okay, so let me see. Click on liquidity. Wait, which one am I on? I don't know. I'll click on add liquidity trade. Where'd I click on liquidity here? Pools, overview. Oh, there we go. Jiminy Christmas. It's right there. Here's a look at the liquidity. Sorry, that was the volume I was looking at, not the liquidity. That was a crazy trading volume. Wow, look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this liquidity right here. Got a little bit more going on. But what in the world is this insane spike right here that took place? Dang, that's. Oh no! I'm sorry. This is Pleb Max coming to you live. Hexray Vision from Quattro Cinco Studios in my mom's basement. This is the red line. It's the current price, and then to the right is the lower price, right? And then to the left is the higher price. So there's a lot of liquidity available going up and almost no liquidity down. So according to this chart, if this liquidity stays in place, like they keep these orders here in the order book, as soon as we go below 3 cents right here, like basically straight 3 is the cliff. 3, what does that say? 304 and 3. As soon as you drop off that cliff, there's nothing but a dude with a giant effing order in at 2.2. Like someone has like set up a trap to a dip catcher, if you will, at 2.2. Like just they're ready to buy the market at 2.2. And then you got a couple of players here around 1.6, 1.7 that are all spiked up. And then you got a little table. So the tabletop starts around 1.3, 1.38, 1.4, 0.14. That's when that little tabletop starts. That's really interesting. That's really good. I like the fact that I'm being tutored through chat on live stream of how the cryptocurrency market works. Crypto Cabana, this liquidity looks even more fascinating from the green room. Crypto Cabana, get in here, you crazy SOB.
How are you doing there in Plebland, sir?
I'm learning new things every day. I'm learning things about my body. I'm learning things about garlic. I'm learning things about
and liquidity, evidently,
and charts.
Right?
I'm learning that if you think you're on log mode, you're probably not.
Oh, yeah.
And so you gotta
check that.
Try turning it off and turning it on again. That kind of stuff.
What's going on, man?
Dude, I am just trying to do my best to hang out with my audience whenever they're online. So I went on to my YouTube thing where it shows your audience, and around 1, 2 in the afternoon, that's when everyone chills. That's when they're in here gobbling up Hexo stuff. And that I bet you if you go onto yours, you'll see a lot of people that aren't catching Cabana live are checking it out during their lunch break or something like that in America. Almost all white males in America.
What time zone are you on?
I'm in Mountain.
Okay.
And you can tell I'm from Utah because I did not pronounce the T. Mountain.
Oh, I was going to say Utah.
Mormons hate T's. There's a place here called Layton.
Then they shouldn't be from Utah then.
Yeah, we're from Utah.
Yeah.
Which sounds like we're trying to describe like genitalia.
Yes, female anyway. Hoo-ha. All right.
Hoo-ha. What's new with you? I mean, this week has been insane. Like when
it's
all
only
this stuff was
Tuesday,
happening
right?
on the weekend. Yeah, but it was the weekend, right? Everyone goes to sleep and goes golfing and takes their family out to the beach. And we had those hiccups on Icosa and
I think Poly. That was kind of expected though. So I would hope that we kind of get back to normal here after, I don't know, we have 3-4 more days of auctions to go, right? And do you see that spike in the yield?
Dude,
yes.
I've been trying really. So we got that Hex Well bot on Twitter that breaks down the Hex per T-share every day. And I'm waiting for someone to create a Poly or Icosa bot or a What's a bot that drops our yield every day, like based on our P point, our B points, or our whatever amount of What's a we have.
Yep.
And What's a, man, there is some insane amount of What's a still there.
Yeah, and they aren't really getting burnt, I guess, like some people thought. So I don't know. Maybe we'll pick that up a bit, but we'll see. Hey, Red Squirrel, nothing. It's not happy hour. Well, I guess technically it could be a happy hour in Puerto Rico, but
it's 5 o'clock somewhere, man.
It's a Tuesday.
I always pictured you were on the East Coast.
I am.
Okay, that was a good guess. My mind. I'm trying to talk the crew to going on a Florida tour, because we went and did the Texas tour, and that was so much damn fun, doing the Texas tour. And
When
so
did
I
y'all
kind of
do
want
that?
to. We did that one just last month. So during the end of the sacrifice or the donation phase for the Texan coin, we went down and tried to meet with the TNM folks, because the goal of Texan is to bring this giant group of Texans into the, like, onboard this entire community.
Yep.
So you got this freedom loving community that are already paying dues and contributing money for a cause of freedom. They just don't know that they could put that stuff on blockchain for a yield, right?
Yep.
And so we went down and tried to have as many get-togethers with the Hexicans and Texans as we could, and kind of try to break the ice and introduce crypto to a lot of these people that were much older. There's a lot of baby boomers in there that like to sleep with a gun underneath their pillow, and so
ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
There's nothing wrong with that. The problem is that they wrapping their head around a digital currency. It looked like you could see, like, it looked like we were going to cause a couple strokes in a couple of those meetups. And they were good people. They're earnest, and thank God we had a bunch of Hexicans there that were really, really good at filling in the gaps, and hopefully we merge those two communities as much as possible. And we're going to go back and obviously build on that, try to help those people get into crypto as much as we can before the next wave. But that was a wonderful experience. I've never been to Texas, like, hanging out. I went as a truck driver in the dead of night, and I just pictured it was all like Albuquerque, because that was the last thing I saw before the sun went down, right? And so when I went to, I was like, wait, you guys have trees and rivers and lakes and ocean? Like, this place is beautiful, and the cost of living is 30% cheaper than it is in Utah, like way cheaper. We kept getting our bills at restaurants and bars and thinking that they missed like half of our meals and drinks. We're like, oh my gosh, this place is awesome. Gas was $1 less a gallon the whole time we were down there than it was in Utah. It was insane. Beautiful. I'm a big fan of Texas. I definitely want to establish a physical Hexaco in Texas in the future.
Texaco.
There
you go.
But then again, like, there's Florida, right? So Florida is another place that would be a blast to take my RV to and do a tour through Florida, and have some meetups with the Hexicans. I definitely will. I'm if we give Crypto Sloth enough heads up, he can, like, I don't know, write a note from his mom to get out of dental school that day and make it down south. But we'll definitely. That sounds like a blast. And then the other idea that we're trying to put together are some live watch parties for Maddie's conference coming up in January.
Okay.
So Maddie's trying to save people time and money, obviously, by doing the online conferences in January. And it's like, well, yeah, but we already have these cool meetups and these groups that we all got to hang out with during KSB's tour and all their events. So why not just say, hey, we're all meeting at this place, this bar, this club, this pizza joint, this beach, and we'll bring a Wi-Fi hotspot and watch the conference together, man.
I'm down for the beach anytime. Although January, like, you got to go like Miami to be like kind of like not freezing, because it gets cold down there depending upon the front that moves through.
Have you ever been to any of the islands off of Miami?
Not Miami. I have off the southwest coast.
Okay.
So there's one that pretty much got nailed by Ian. I was just at one of those Captiva last summer, and apparently they got pretty much not totally devastated, but they got rocked really hard by it. And
oh man,
Fort Myers is just south of that, and that's where the eyewall went through and just annihilated the coast.
That's crazy.
Yep,
absolutely crazy. I was going to ask you, there's a festival there off Miami called Love Burn, which is Florida's regional Burning Man.
Sounds like something Crypto Kool-Aid would be into.
Oh, for sure. And that actually takes place right around Valentine's Day. So when it's like in the middle of suck up here weather-wise, you can go to a festival on an island. Because like we went to the real Burning Man this year. And that is one of the most inhospitable places for any living creature on Earth. Like,
I bet. I bet.
You could give that land to almost anyone and they'd be like, I'm good.
Yep.
Like, they're not even going to go out there and put windmills on it. It's pretty bad.
Yep.
But the ocean, man, an island, now we're talking.
That's my speed.
You get the boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats going, and it's a party.
And that's around the time of year of the Daytona 500. So if you plan it out, you could go to Miami, and then after the festival or what have you, go right up, and the next weekend would be Daytona. So,
I like the way you think. I like the way you put things together.
Plan. Yeah, it's typically what I do with my trips if I go a long way.
You're like, if I'm gonna leave my bed, I'm gonna make it worth it.
Yeah, if I'm like, what's within driving distance of here, is it worth driving, and be like, oh, okay, well, I can just do a whole loop and hit Talladega and Florida Gulf Coast and all sorts of places. So it's fun playing out.
Yeah, well, I've been catching up on your cabana, the happy hour recently. And that's I don't know if you can call it happy hour anymore, or if you need to change it to alpha hour, because there's been a ton of alpha and information being dropped in between sips.
Really cool. Yeah, and that was by design, like a more informational one, just because we were able to get all those guys together, graphics and Sloth, and just Hedron minds. Blue Bum, is always looking to talk about it. Axis, and of course we had Motley there, so that was a really good time. And yeah, I mean, depends upon the guest, but even the regular happy hour show on Fridays sometimes get a lot of alpha conversation happens to take place. Not so much this Friday. It's our 100th episode, so we're just gonna kind of open it up to all of the Hexkins. I'll send you a link, and anybody I've ever streamed with and has been on the show, and we'll just have like an open invite. We don't like to do it too much because you get 10 people on the screen, and it's like you can't really lead the conversation or stay on topic, which is what I like to do and have a point to the show. But this is a celebratory affair, so
I think for the 100th episode, something that everybody wants to see is a joke off between you and Vince.
I thought about it. I have to
dude. That was when I was driving truck in and out of the gold mines. I'm telling you, I'm surprised it didn't crash a couple times because the jokes were so bad.
Yep.
That they were great.
And I was the point of it.
Rolling. I was trying to like memorize these to like abuse other people with them later.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The joke off and the trivia, they seem, I don't know, they seem kind of like trite and silly.
Yeah. That's what they're meant to be.
But that's when you get it, like, really, that's what you do with your friends.
Yeah.
That's what
the point of the show, kind of
bonds people, is bonded in dad jokes and just silliness, right?
Yep.
There were a couple of middleman D's themselves attempting to object because they got to defend their scams.
I was in the spaces yesterday. I think that's what that was.
Yeah, and the spaces are insane too. I think that you're going to see, especially when the next 2 or 3 exchanges go down, which they have to. Like, you can't have these exchanges stay because they were all sharing the same pile of money.
Right.
They claimed that they were solvent. They were playing hot potato with that crap.
That's
right?
kind of what I'm waiting on, and odds are it happens. I mean, nothing's guaranteed, but I would certainly think like another domino has to fall in this. It can't be just like this one albatross blows up and that's it. Like, no, you saw how many people, like, institution wise, and just crypto personalities, smart people on Twitter, like Travis Kling. I used to follow him quite a bit.
Yeah.
And his Ikigai firm, pretty much one arm of it got wiped out because they had all of their stuff on FTX. I'm like, dude, like you are in charge of people's money and you're not even smart enough to do this. I was just blown away by that when I saw that yesterday. And people are consoling him and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, we should always have sympathy for people when in times of, I guess, outright stupidity. I do feel bad for all the money lost, but it's like, come on by now. Like, you are a manager of funds, you cannot be that dumb. And
Well,
I thought he was one of the smartest people, I thought, and that's why I followed him. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. I was dumbfounded.
Yeah, and for the longest time, we were kind of hoping that Hex would get listed on a big exchange and be really easy for people to go in and out of.
Yeah, no
but
need for that.
It was a
anymore.
huge blessing in disguise, because how much of our Hex would have been lost and dumped right now if it was on Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, just one click buy. That would have been really sucked for price right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I think, on OKX for Pulse Chain, but they're going to have a ton of supply for that to affect the price like it would a Hex, because the supply in Pulse Chain would be so much more than Hex. But yeah, that's the downfall of exchanges listing, is like they get what's it called?
They get conveniently hacked.
Yeah, you get hacked
in the middle of the night.
Yep.
When
done.
No one's watching.
You're done.
When they're down for maintenance.
Yep. And then you wake up and it's like, oh, where'd my money go? And even Travis Kling, who I was talking about, he like, yeah, we went in on Monday to pull our funds out, and they weren't there. And I'm just like, no, what? Come on! Like, as soon as you can't like wait till Monday. Like, crypto's a 24-hour business, and it's blockchain. It's up all the time. Yeah, I'm just gonna go into the office when it opens. And
we're pretty sure the custodians and the cleaners took it, because they were the only ones in the building.
Oh my goodness, man!
So you're on Hexycat Chats?
Yes.
Is that a
podcast
space?
dropped today? I did a podcast with him last week, but it dropped today at noon. So,
dude, is it? Can I find it on Spotify or Stitcher? Yep. Spotify. Oh, I'm down. I'm there.
Yeah, it's in his Twitter. He posted all the links to it. It's on like 4 different platforms, I think.
So I'm definitely going to be downloading and listening to that. It's amazing how many people have been going back and downloading our Tech Talks, because all we did was strip the video and throw them up on Spotify.
Yep.
And so many more people have time to listen, but they don't have time to watch.
Yeah. And I pretty much watch YouTube a lot like that now anyway. That's why I love YouTube Premiums, because you can just do the audio without having your screen burn the whole time. Mm-hmm. So, I'll just do that, as I'm like falling asleep. I was listening to Richard Spaces last night because I wasn't around for the entire thing, because it was like mid-afternoon. But I still have probably, I don't know, maybe an hour left. But K4K did a great job recording the actual space and who was in there, and then just put the audio up last night.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Me and Nate Stakes were going over it last night, because I missed half of it. I was running errands, so I'm like walking through Walmart with my phone stuck to my head. I don't have my earbuds.
We've all done that. I was in my car because I had to pick up a friend from the car dealership, and I'm like, radio's off. I got like my headphones in, and he gets out, and I'm like, hey man, what's up? It's like, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm in Walmart. I just give a Hex-Ray chick that look, and she's like, okay, like she knows that I'm just gonna go out to the car and listen to whatever, or engage in whoever I'm talking to. But anyways, yeah, she's like, well, he's gone. He's often catch up on Streamland.
Yeah, and I guess we haven't had too many Richard Hart streams, so when he's talking, it's kind of been a news event lately, especially with all that's been going on. But yeah,
like I said, the next time an exchange fails and another $40 million is laundered through Ukraine to the Democrat Party, I'm sure Rich will just become a more and more popular guest as he's working up his way up the food chain. And if the one that you're listening to, that one it looks a lot like an audition for Elon Musk. Because it was the same group that was with Elon 2 days before when they were trying to get Richard on there. It's the same group. So it's almost like when you go talk to London Real, and then the guys from Joe Rogan reach out to you.
Yeah. It's kind of the thinking of Friedman when they were going to chat. It's like, okay, well, if you get Richard on with Lex, then the next step, like you were saying, it would be Rogan. So I don't know. I wish that would have happened, but maybe it can. I think a lot of Hexkins just acted incorrectly and pissed off Lex and put the kibosh on that for a little bit, but hopefully we can get that back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Meet Kevin. Meet Kevin, you know, he had Richard on and kind of he was pretty dismissive during most of the interview, and my brain was breaking. I'm like, you know not who you're speaking to, Mr. Pink Hair. Like, please go back to real estate. It's the only thing he hasn't failed at. He was amazing at real estate in California, no less. Like, where you got to dodge all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I remember watching his videos during COVID because there was nothing else to do, and he was good with that. And what was it? Business operations and like the qualifying for different payments, reimbursements, stuff like that. So he had good videos on that. But yeah, it's just clueless about crypto, and obviously, you know, other tweets. You know, and his video about FTX, of course, he shilled that just like everybody else, evidently. So even Kevin O'Leary, like you name it, like wrecked. Tom Brady, wrecked. Just awful. So
I love all these old videos of people like shilling FTX, all these silly, crazy things they would do, how loud and boisterous they were, and it's just like, oh, that didn't age well, and that was a month ago.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we all have bad calls. I mean, I'm sure I've made like stupid hex price calls, you know, before. Everybody does, but it's like,
none of mine are anywhere close to what happens in reality.
Yeah, but it's not like I always qualify it with I think it could happen, and it's not like, hey, go here and use my referral link and, you know, get wrecked in 2 years. No, it's not.
Yeah, like that. We got Nardo for the win in the house, dude. It was when I met Nardo for the win with his parents in Vegas. It was the first meetup. I was honored. I couldn't believe I was shaking his hand. I would look up to that dude quite a bit. And then Stocks too. He says he's good at Stocks. Hexicat. Dang, these two almost twins. There were a few people in Vegas this last time that thought I was you. And I'm like, no, I'm not Cabana Crypto. I'm Hexring Vision.
Put a hat on. Maybe we can.
Cabana Crypto's he's got the sense to put a hat over his forehead. So, anyways, man, that's awesome. I'm really looking forward to the next few months of this bear market, which sounds weird. Like, usually a bear market is literally turn off your phone, turn off your Twitter, and just pretend crypto doesn't exist until you hear someone like go, oh, did you hear Bitcoin's up, blah blah blah, and then you're like, oh, okay, well let's go back and look at it. But this bear market has been so exciting, and there's been so much work being done, and the community's just been growing and working so hard. It's the best bear market I've ever been in.
Yeah, and we chatted a bit about this last happy hour. It's like, you know, I could like opt to not work as much as I do, but I'm earning that fiat, man. So like, this could be like a, you know, the last few months of like I'm talking all markets here. I think Hex is acting wonderfully. So I mean, if it dips more from where we are 3 1/3 cents, you know, I'll surely, you know, look at picking some up. But since it's acting so well, I'm like looking at the other things that I think will break. I think Bitcoin could go lower. I think Ethereum could go lower. Obviously, Richard does. So yeah, just like you, I'm like next, like, I don't know if it's weeks or months, but I'm just like ready, waiting, stalking. Like it's exciting. Like I haven't felt like this since 2019. Yeah, 19.
The end of 2019 when Hex was dropping and we were like down at the bottom of that last wave.
Yeah. And the last time Bitcoin crashed and it went from like 6K to 3.5K, I was like, boom, that's it. Like,
wait, you waited for it to hit 3.5?
Yeah, man.
Because I aped in at 6.
I got some at 5, I think. Well, actually, no, 3.5, like under 4, and then on the way back up, like I think 5 was like the last stop, and then I think after it busted 5, it went like straight to 7, and then like 9 after that. So
yeah, and every wave compounds upon the other. Like Naro says, it's like the playoffs, man. With years of hard work, like people see us here and they're like, oh, you're so lucky to be in Hex, or you're so lucky to whatever. And it's like, no, this is 8 years of listening to 20 hours of podcasts a day just to figure out 99% of the crap that doesn't work and 99% of the people lying to you. And
Amen, dude.
It is the work that we put in.
It's not luck. Like there's a reason why, like you don't have to go to college or crack open endless books and study for hours on end. We have YouTube now. We have podcasts. Like there's just an unlimited fountain of knowledge out there, and you can listen on the road. You can listen as you're falling asleep. Watch a live stream. Have your Roku hooked up, whatever. But the amount of information available to you nowadays is just nothing in comparison to what it used to be. And if you put that to use, you can be on a live stream on a Tuesday afternoon for the heck of it.
Yes. It's all about connecting with the community, because I'm either waiting to hang out with Hexicans or I'm hanging out with Hexicans. That's really my life now, either online or in person. It's all about just hanging out with my community and seeing what I can do and learning so much from them. So,
yep,
it's awesome.
And meetups are the best. I'm really looking forward to the KSB tour whenever Pulse launches, because those stops were fun.
Are you joining the No Shave Till Pulse chain, baby? Like, are you going to let that roll?
No. Actually, I might not have to for a while, because usually I do it if I'm like headed, on vacation for a bit. But typically, like through the end of the year, the holidays and stuff like that, I hang out. So I'll probably keep it up.
Are you down? Are you down for the 1000X beard challenge?
No,
you're not gonna. So that one.
I'm not ZZ Toppin', man.
You shave the day Pulse launches, and you do not shave again until we hit 1000X. That's the other one we're doing.
So you're in on that? Who's in on it?
That was the first one I heard it from was Rags. So I'm like, Rags, why aren't you letting that beautiful?
And Rags has got that red hair, so he could do the ZZ Top thing.
Yeah, he could look like young Santa Claus.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to do that, because that'll get too hot out on the beach. But I'm looking forward to you guys participating.
Okay. He'll be watching
documenting the journey.
Yeah, we'll look like Caucasian terrorists, or just homeless guys.
Probably homeless, but yeah,
probably homeless. All right, well, I've got to wrap this up. I got a Zoom meeting for my project. I'm going to commit the cardinal sin of producing a coin during this bear market, and so it'll be interesting who leaves me on red and ghosts me.
Good study / research thing. You know what I mean? Like, I help another friend of mine with another coin, but as long as you don't, I guess in Hexico, as long as you don't shill it on your Hex branded YouTube or Twitter feed, which I've never done.
Right.
I'll mention it, if in an interview or something like that, but like I did on Hexcat show. But what better time to learn? Like, build in the bear. So.
And you don't know what you don't know. There's so many behind the scene things when it comes to actually coding a coin and trying to make it work. Everyone's learned a ton just by watching Dipcatcher code live. That blows my mind that he's putting on this basically, instruction for it. It's amazing. So, and
even he didn't get it right sometimes. So
yeah.
It's
code is hard.
Learn from your mistakes. It's hard. There's a reason why Pulse Chain ain't here yet, even though I think it could be if we really wanted it to, and perhaps if we hit like 10K, we might get it tomorrow. But that's aside from the point.
All right, well, I'm bounced. I can't thank you enough for coming and hanging out with me. You always see those links that I'm shooting out on Sunday, and you're like, yeah, not today, Satan. But I appreciate.
I'm in the church of football, bro.
The church of football, and
Scott Hansen preaching.
Yeah, in fact, I actually get kind of happy if I do a stream on the weekend or at night and no one shows up. I got no viewers, because I'm like, oh, we do have a life. Like, Hexicans do have a real life sometimes. So I'm happy for them. And they can watch it the next day, because it's the magic of YouTube, especially if you got premium.
That's right. Just do the audio. That's what I do. Love it.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for coming. And will you do the outro with me real quick?
How do we do the outro?
I like to play the night driving music here, and then we do the most awkward wave that you can to the camera. I can't even do my awkward wave. You're killing me. Oh man, thank you so much. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for being here, Visioneers, Hexicans, you degenerate gamblers of the internet. We love you. Peace out. We're gonna hit that goal of 1 million families. We're gonna free 1 million families together with our awesome community. And I'll see you guys later.